Hello, welcome back to Car Chat TV. My name's Oliver, and in today's episode I want to give you 5 reasons why the Genesis GV80 is an awesome luxury SUV. The interior inside this Genesis GV80, it's super plush. Everybody I've shown this week who has no idea about what Genesis is and who they are have gone, what is this? This looks amazing. And the first word that comes to mind is Bentley. They say, oh, it's very Bentley-esque. And that's because Genesis have a couple of Bentley designers that obviously they've enticed away from Bentley. You can see Bentley inspirations of the car, the big grille in the front. But honestly, the interior, what I'm talking about right now, this one is the sport trim. You've got the premium, the luxury plus. You've got wooden inserts in here. You probably wouldn't expect that in the lower and the premium trim, but because it's the sport, it's super plush. The Napa leather pack is on this one, which gives you the suede headliner. That's £2,350 as an option. They're the ergo motion seats, which is another option. So you can spend quite a pretty penny just getting decent seats. But the seats are so comfortable, honestly. And the leather, the quilted leather, it's insane. I mean, come on, is this interior better than what you get in a BMW, Mercedes, Audi? I think it is, you know. Okay, probably the biggest reason why this car is awesome is the exterior. I wanted to start inside the car and then come out kind of for an effect. But look at this. Now this is in Barbosa Burgundy, which is, I think, £1,330. You'll have to let me know what you think about the colour. But I actually think this is the best looking car in its segment. I love BMWs, don't get me wrong, but I think the design language of where they're going are a little bit different than the older X5s. But this car, look at the split headlamp. But what I think is great is this. This is probably one of my favourite features. When the lights go on and you indicate, these both flash up, and it just makes the car look striking. The grille's big. You've got a sporty looking bumper on it there. You know, those vents are actually usable as well. Functional. And I mean, it does look a bit like Bentley, doesn't it? If you probably went like that and said to someone who didn't know, what would that be? They'd say Bentley. But this crease on the car, on the bonnet, is insane as well. That's another one of my little favourite features, because when you're in the driver's seat looking out, those creases just make the front look a bit like the front of a spaceship or something pretty special. These are the 22-inch rims with the caramel, I call them caramel, but they're copper calipers, and these are the sport black 22s you get. They all get 22s apart from the premium, which gets 20s, but that probably makes the ride a little bit comfy. And I know a lot of people have got a lot to say about this car in terms of comfort levels. I think the suspension's all right. You do get used to it. Can be fidgety, but I'll be doing a full review on this car anyway. But today I want to stick to the best 5 features of the car, or I'm actually giving you probably more. Here's the back. We'll talk about the boot in a minute. Just those little details. But overall, look at the lines. This is a cool piece. Let me show you this. Comes down here, makes the haunches a little bit wider with this crease, and then it kind of stops here, smooths into the body. And I think the matte paint just really make this pop. I'd probably like to see what it's like in a dark matte. The burgundies, definitely Marmite, love it or hate it. But guys, let me know what you think. You only get it in a 2.5 turbo petrol as well. That's a bit annoying. There is a 3-litre diesel kicking about. You'd have to get that in a used car for that. They don't do a new 3-litre diesel. So efficiency wise, I've been driving this weekly and getting around mid-20s. Ouch, I know. But the car just looks so damn good. So damn good. I love it. I've only got good things to say about how this car looks and the interior as well. So let me know, guys. I'm going to finish up with the front again, just showcasing the front of the car. Let me know what you think in the comments down below of the looks of the Genesis GV80. It's cheaper than all of its competitors. This car goes up against BMW X5, Mercedes-Benz GLE, Audi Q7, and let's look at some prices. You can get this starting at 60k with the premium trim. Looking at an Audi Q7, you're looking at 64k starting from. Then you go to BMW X5, that's like 67k. Mercedes-Benz GLA, well, that's 74k. You're saving a lot of money. Yeah, you're not getting a German car, but don't write off the Genesis until you get in it. A lot of people, especially here in the UK, as soon as we don't hear of a certain brand, I mean, Genesis have been trading here, I think in 2020 or 2021. And, oh, it just beeped at me. And a lot of people, they turn their nose up. A lot of the UK, a lot of us have been kind of taught to like and not like certain brands. But forget that, open your mind. Check out Genesis. As soon as you jump in, you're gonna wanna drive one. This one not only looks great, we'll talk about that later, but it's cheaper too. All right, what would you get? Come on, be honest with me in the comments. Would you get this at 60k? Or would you be looking at getting those BMWs, Audis, Mercedes? And you've got to remember, that's just starting price. German cars add a lot of money to those extras, don't they? So, you know, this comes heated seat standard. You've got to add all those on. So let me know in the comments what what car you would get. Boot space, we've got 735 litres. And here is the button. So you don't have to get your hand dirty. Like on some of the others, you know, want to have to give them a little bit of a feel underneath the boot. Look at that, 735 litres, that's massive. That's bigger than an X5, bigger than a Merc. And this is actually, I don't know if this is an extra actually, guys, you might have to let me know. This is like a really nice mat or rug, and I think it's reversible. So that's like, you can waterproof side. And then if you bring this up, really handy is that the parcel shelf will actually fit in that cubby, designed to fit in that cubby, which is great. A little bit of extra space, and you got your tyre mobility kit in there, and a little manual at the back, and a little bit of space over there. 735 litres, you can't get more practical than that. It's really safe. It's got a 5-star NCAP rating, 10 airbags in the car, and you might have heard about Tiger Woods' crash that saved his life. And he was driving around 84 to 87 miles per hour, hit a tree, and he still survived. And he was driving the Genesis GV80. Now, when you actually think about that, drink that in. That's going very fast. To be able to walk away from a crash like that is incredible. And if you've got a family, or if you're driving a big car like this, you know, 2.3 tons, safety always plays a part on your mind, doesn't it? Especially when you're driving your family around or in other people's families. And knowing that this car is extremely safe, it saved, you know, Tiger Woods from a crash like that. It definitely gives you peace of mind knowing that you've got, you know, a car that's gonna look after you, and it gives you that. You've got a sense of safety with this car, so it's very good that it's got that NCAP 5-star safety. And not only that, I'm just throw a bonus one in here. 5 years warranty. You get 5 years, like the Hyundais. This is a posh Hyundai after all. 5 years warranty, 5 years servicing, and 5 years breakdown cover as well. Which means every time the car needs to go for a service, Genesis will come to your house, physically pick the car up, give you a courtesy car, and then bring the car back when it's done. How cool is that? Practicality. The Genesis GV80 is brilliant. I'm in the second row. This is the 5-seater sport. Like I said, the luxury plus is a 6-seater, the luxury is a 7-seater, and the premium is a 5-seater as well. So you've got options there on choosing what you need. Also, because this is the sport and in the luxury plus, you get some fancy things. Check this out. Oh, it just pops up, bit of a blind for privacy, locks itself in the top, and literally it's just comes back down, and then if you want your window down, you just push it down again. So it's that kind of button. One button to rule them all. But as you can see, I'm 5'11", headspace is ample there, good. This one's got a really nice double sunroof. It's actually got a bit in the middle. It's actually one sunroof, but there's a partition in between, but works really well. So there we go, there's a headroom. Down here you can see my knee room, which works. You got a little bit of a recess in the seat as well, which also helps. And you've got a little climate controls down here. USB-A's, no USB-C's, which is interesting for a 2023 car. And then look, if you've got an adapter, 2-pin that you go on holiday, you could put that in there and charge something as well. So that is handy. I just want to show you some of the infotainment and the digital cluster. Very crisp and sharp. You can actually see me in the reflection. Hi, there you go. Also, you can see what I'm talking about. The 22.2 miles per gallon isn't great. It's not that efficient, is it? But down here, you got your drive modes, push down for terrain, sport, eco, and comfort. I'm leaving it in eco at the moment. This is the rotary gear selector. You can see how it's changed. If you look at some of the old GV80s, it used to be like an iPod wheel, but they've got rid of that. It's good. You've got buttons here, you know, wood finish throughout. Interior is one of the reasons this car is absolutely awesome. But look at the quality of the camera. And you've got the sounds of nature. Can you get rid of that or not? Oh, that's actually quite cool. Look at this. I'll show you this. No, the sports. Oh, it has a display sometimes with sports, like a league table for golf and other things. Anyway, this one's got 360, so you can see the quality of that. I mean, it's super clear, super crisp. And this is with the innovation pack, which I probably wouldn't spec. You know, a rear camera standard is good enough. Oh yeah, they got the side cameras there. So there you go. There's a bit of the camera and a bit of the other bits and bobs. You've got this is the separate climate controls, which is great. This is really a little haptic feedback, works really well. Heated and ventilated seats. And this one has heated steering wheel because it's the sport trim. The technology you get in this car is really cool as well. Super intuitive. They've changed in the GV80 in this one. It used to have like a little iPod wheel and you'd press the middle to make option changes, but they've actually got a full rotary knob here that you can use. Even though it is touchscreen as well, you can use the rotary selector here back and forward, and also you can just flick with your finger, like just graze the top of it, and that'll also make option changes for you on the infotainment. The TFT cluster display is great, and I've even found a setting where I can change the 3D effects of the car, which is brilliant. I don't see that in other cars. It's just another little extra feature that you get probably in this sport trim level, not in the lower ones. But overall, the tech's really good. The crispness of the camera quality, everything is just works really well. So that has been my episode on 5 reasons why I think the Genesis GV80 is an awesome car. You'll have to let me know what you guys think of the Genesis GV80. Honestly, I want to know what people think of the car, because I've seen elsewhere it's got a lot of So that's been my episode on the Genesis GV80 and 5 reasons why I think it is an awesome luxury SUV. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the car. Would you genuinely consider it over a BMW or a Merc or an Audi? We've spoke about the price, and I've spoke about my reasons of why I think it's awesome, but I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Maybe you own a Genesis GV80. How are you getting on with it? Let me know. I think also these will be a great car 3 to 5 years, spec'd up, get a bit of a bargain, and actually you might be able to get the 3-litre diesel. I'd be looking at that because the 2.5 turbo isn't that efficient. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle anymore. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, throw me a like, get subbed to Car Chat TV, and I'll see you on the next one. If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.